I go to initiate a bit of reaction, because once I go there, real life Devon goes like that. So I have the bind, right? If the bind happens, then I can go here and then come here and do that. If it doesn't bind, I go like that. I need to do that myself.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
So I asked a similar question I'm going to share, saying, are you expecting the predictable parry? Okay, so the predictable parry is what he's saying. He's going to come to bind with me, or he's not. In either case, his action to my weapon is useful. There's a couple ways. I'm going to say that if I don't have experience that's going on here, I may very well seek to make the predictable parry and then receive that overbind. So let's go to that. We're going to go down that road. So he's making that feint. I'm seeking out the parry. So as we know, yes, if he's doing nothing, I just be hitting to knock away. That's my goal. But of course, he's anticipating that, so he's seeking to bind. So he's coming into my weapon. So make sure you've got that experience. You can come right into it, no sir. So boom, and he drops, and then drop into the your beat. So we end up here. So he's preempted my parry. So let's do it. Okay, so there, he really has caught that. I attempted my parry. So I know immediately the open line is high. And so as he's beginning, I'm already starting to turn to this parry with the haft. Okay? Then I'm going to come. There's a few ways I might come here. This one actually feels very Persian. I could actually come under to strike him with the blade here. But that's one idea you can explore. The other is I'm just going to withdraw and strike him into the body. Okay, so we do that again.
So
striking there, or withdraw to come under into the body, keeping this over my head.
Yeah. If we can do the high very close and then do close.
Yeah, like if it succeeds and they knock them out, they just deliver a thrust in the thing. So that's a really good, important thing. So if your partner just does the thrust and doesn't think about making the bind,
yep.
That's it. Play ends. Okay? So he's instead going to seek to make that bind. Okay, so he's bound. So then I have to make this cover and make that counter. Okay? Make sense? That's it.
Did you say the first one when you were seeking to strike the side of his head, did you say that would be a more Persian move?
I said, I predict it would be, yeah.
You predict it, because the second move appears to be right. So you're going to come in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Maybe the other way.
Yep. You're going to come in. Yep, we're going to do it again. And I'm not hearing. So let's do that again. So you're going to come in. We're going to bind. And that's that. And then I'm going to come there. Or
okay. And so if you are making the attack, bind, going bind attacking right away, so I'm having to block. So make the bind attack. And then it's block.
Change, okay. Huh. No.
That's what we did. Binds here. Note how I've turned my facing and facing the weapon. Right? So if I step a little bit this way, I face the weapon. If I try to do it like this, it's very awkward. So I'm facing the weapon. Okay, then when I'm coming here, I'm stepping in on this side. Okay, and keeping it over my head. Now, one thing we were talking a little bit about armor, because this is primarily an armor form in the Persian system. This is still a very good target. We're sorry, this is just exposed. So lifting up the thrust here is a good opportunity. How we're using this spear right now is used this way in armor in European traditions, but it's also the unarmored way, which is a lot of the partisans have showed us an unarmored system of fighting. All right, so now Mubashir is going to show how he's going to deal with this circumstance.
I go here, here. Now Devon wants to go on, right? In this case, what we do when I feel any power there, I push this down. You see? From this, I use a pivot and I push this down. This is what I'm going to do. From here, of course, you can normally do here a Bolognese, which I mentioned that to you. I can come here, strike here, or you can come and this. I wouldn't do that. I would normally, because I have a blind, come and try to strike this spine, this base.
Great.
So you just, when you are here, again, in armored combat, Devon knows that he does lots of armored combat. Power plays a role. Once you don't have in unarmored combat, you know, because in armored combat you weigh a lot, right? So if you, excuse me,
Totally fine. All good. All
I
good.
always think you have a gun left. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Okay, so be careful of your fingers. So what I do, you try to push it up. So if you do this, you don't need that much power. You just do this and it comes down. No matter how strong the guy is.
Yeah, I feel Manusha's body weight on me.
Yes.
Not his arm, it's his body weight.
Body weight, right? So you just come here and then the next, you go here and stop.
Yeah, these have these wings like that.
And this, no, not here. It is like this. Some of them have two spikes. Not all. Actually, I don't like those things with spikes. I don't like it. Most lasers don't.
Right.
I want, because do you know why? Because once I wanted the piston shape movements, those damn spikes prevent me as well. Not only, you know, I don't want them.
Right. One thing we do with the Partisan for that issue, which it might be interesting, is like maybe I come here and I want to pull back and I don't want to catch you for whatever reason, we turn it like that. So we use the left hand to turn it. So that's an interesting thing to think about. All right, everybody knows what they need to do?